It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, here in Buffalo, they love their Bills, and for good reason. They're guys, without question, one of the favorites to lift the Lombardi Trophy in Vegas come February.
And you mentioned with good reason, because we know their quarterback is one of the best players in the league, but this is an overall team built to win, especially when we get into the playoffs. Offense, defense, coaching staff, they've been knocking on the door for a while. They want to find their way through and get to the Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dolphins, we know about the weapons on offense on the perimeter. But do you think this is a team, Charles, that needs to step it up defensively to go to the next level?
I do, and they have the pieces in place. They have excellent players. Perhaps the new system that's been brought in will give them that edge that they need in the AFC East.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Well, here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
And it just feels like Allen has the Bills on the cusp of something great. Another 13-win season last year, and they're officially perennial favorites in the AFC. Behind that effort, continued excellence from one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Allen going to go to the air right away. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now the new pickup from New England. This is Damian Harris. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throwing now is Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to the 43. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Matt Milano firing in from its linebacker position.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open net is Waddle, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And again, it's Tagovailoa. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's Hill, complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete to Davis. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Miami set to take over. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, it's Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down, it would appear. Yes, he does by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed to, and they got... And then it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Robbie Chosen. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side caught by Diggs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's do this, man.
5 yards remain on second down. To throw, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go now. Let's go. Yeah, go right now. You got boys. You know what we need, baby. Get something together. Let's go, baby.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Tua, the final shot before half. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
It's showtime, baby.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Tua going to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
On target over the middle to Hill. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 45. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Tua sets up to pass it. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 25 yards for Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Allen gonna throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Phillips looking like he may be a long-term centerpiece of the Miami defense. Put up 7 sacks last season. The Fins, they're hoping he can become a game wrecker here in year 3.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To the air, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Allen now looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Bass on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
Let's go, y'all.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And Diggs has it. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. Allen. That's caught by Shakir. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end Knox. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 42.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here comes 2nd down. To throw is Allen. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Here's Allen trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Bass is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, So time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So Tua and the Dolphins down 24-21, a little under 30 seconds remaining. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle, and that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's 2nd down. One final try for Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.